Okay, so this is the video that I've been working on for quite a while, but I had a lot of distractions in my life, moving, I had problems with my laptop, and I had other issues in my life which kind of distracted me and sidelined me. So, but now I finally have been able to at least put together something that can get the idea across of what I'm trying to do here. So this video is going to be speaking about a couple people actually. One of them is Darth Dawkins, and then the other one is Paul Ross. Now, the reason why I did this video is there are several people that have suppressed me. They have muted me and banned me. And so they also speak about suppressing the truth. So I thought, well, since they are speaking about suppressing the truth, which a lot of it they speak about, Romans 1, talks about suppressing the truth. Well, I thought, well, if they can do it, why not me? So this video is going to be about Christians suppressing the truth or suppressing others, even Christians suppressing other Christians. So as far as my experience with Darth, he has actually suppressed me on 5 different occasions. There are also members of his Reformation server or Atheist Helpline. Several of them have got me either blocked or they blocked my direct messages. So this seems to be quite a habit by this little, I consider it to be actually like a cult. I consider the Reformation server a cult for all practical purposes. But as far as being blocked by Darth, like I said, I've been muted or banned or blocked by him on 5 different occasions. And there was a 6th occasion which he was on his way to doing it, but he never actually was able to do it. Okay, now some of this I'm not going to focus on very much because I have already did videos pertaining to some of this information, so I'm not going to focus on it, or I'm not going to stay on it too long, but I'm just going to go over real quick the times that Darth has either muted me or banned me or blocked me. The first time was last year. That was in the politics server, which I did a video on. That's where he heard me making clicking noises on my keyboard, and then he went ahead and he muted me. Second time was in the real politics server. That's where he saw my quiz, and then a few minutes after he saw my quiz, that's where he blocked me or banned me from that server. The third time, well, I'm going to play a little clip right now. This will show the third time. This would have been last year in 𝐾𝐚𝐤𝐴𝐺𝐸's YouTube live stream, and I was in the text area, not the audio area, but this is where Darth convinced 𝐾𝐚𝐤𝐴𝐺 to kick me out of the text area. So here is that clip. This is the tail end of that clip.
What are you talking about?
Okay. You know what? Block. Did you take the Darth Dawkins quiz? Block him. Okay, he's a fraud. Okay, because this is exactly what your stream is talking about. Our atheist liars. Okay.
They had a chance, right?
Yeah, block him from posting any more new stuff, and also block Darth Dawkins Exposed.
Yeah,
he has multiple accounts.
Block this incognito moron too.
So that would have been in March of last year. Now, about 2.5 months after that, and I've already did a video on this, but I was able to actually chat with 𝐾𝐚𝐤𝐴𝐺 because he was in Smoky Saints live stream, and I questioned him about that incident, and he said yes, he remembered where Darth actually booted me out of that server, so he remembered that. Okay, now the 4th time that he blocked me, or actually he blocked my direct message to him. This was one day after I had sent him the PDF that I sent him. That would have been on April 4th of last year. So he blocked my direct message to him. The fifth time would have been in the Reformation server. This would have been on November 24th, I believe it was, of last year. And so what's funny about this, well, let me show you a clip. This is a clip from the Reformation server. And if you take a look at this clip, you'll notice it's comical. It says, "We can set up and moderate your debates." But that's not exactly what happened. Because when I was in the Reformation server, I was there for several minutes. I think I was there for, well, actually over an hour. And I was just sitting there listening to the chat, wasn't saying anything. And Darth came into the server, obviously with one thing in mind, because as soon as he came in, the very first thing he did was he spoke with me. So it was his intent to speak with me, you know, to start a conversation with me. And then that's where he asked me, was I atheist? And when I refused to answer his question, that's where he muted me from the server. So it didn't really go along the way. It really wasn't set up in advance, hardly. So, but that was the fifth time. And then now approximately 1 or 2 days later, I don't have any video on this, but I remember it because it was 1 or 2 days later after Thanksgiving. I was in another server, which I think was the Christian apologetic server. And again, I was there before Darth. I was in there probably, I think, about 40 minutes. And again, I was just listening to the chat. And this is where Darth came in. And again, it was obvious that he came into that server. Now, by the way, this was about 1 day after I had sent him an email. And in the email, I told him to leave me alone. And if not, I will report him to Discord administration. And I also will go up to including legal action against him. I will take legal action against him. So even though he read that, I know, and I also know that someone looked at that email. I know that for a fact. But even with that, he still continued to make attempts to speak with me. And by his own definition, that's called stalking. So by Darth's own definition, he is a stalker. But what had happened on that occasion was he actually was prevented from kicking me out of that server, because while he was speaking to me, and again, he was going to probably going to go into his script, but he never got that far because he accused me of over-talking him. But one of the other members of the server stepped in and said, "No, Darth, he was already speaking. And you actually over-talked him." So when Darth heard that, he backed off. So he didn't ever really get around to talking to me again after that. He started another conversation with several other people, and then he left. And so I was still in the server at that time. But I am sure that if that other person had not have stepped in, he was on his way to blocking me or muting me for a sixth time. All right, so now this is the end of part 1. Please go to part 2. The link is in the description area.